So when we look at this situation, you know what I'm saying, they're telling them to hold this shit. You know what I'm saying, the UN officials have indicated that the situation was set to intensify even further if the big invaders over 75 years been in there doing this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're invaders. A lot of this is due to their invading the country and invading and doing this bullshit to the people. So they ain't fooling nobody with none of their shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have time to sit here and fuck around with these clowns. Because to me, that's all they are. You know what I'm saying? While they're snapping, cracking, and popping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To me, they ain't nothing no motherfucking clowns. You know? And we need to do something about that and get them from the land. You know what I'm saying? We see Trump is broke and particularly has no ankle bracelet, say the AOC, as the Republicans hold Bronx Rally. Well, what we can say about that is the AOC should be wearing an ankle bracelet. Her, Yana Omar, and all them other dumbass niggas and white people that was really calling themselves the AOC little clique. You know what I'm saying? And the little group they had, you know, all of them should be wearing an ankle bracelet, and all of them should be in jail and or tried first in the court of humanity, in the high court, and tried for treason. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. Espionage and treason as well. Because Ayana Omar know full well that her Arab ass, or whatever she call her dumb, stupid looking ass, you know what I'm saying, doing that bullshit along this clown you call Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, banana boat ass, you know what I'm saying, and you sitting up there forming a group with her for straight bullshit. And you know it. And you know it. You know what I'm saying? She should be talking about Trump should be wearing an ankle bracelet. You know what I'm saying? And he's broke. Bitch, you been broke to me. That's why you up here selling your soul. And another thing, like I said, you should be wearing the ankle bracelet. So nobody want to hear that piece of shit that you talking. Fuck out of here, man. You garbage. You know, we see 143 demon Democrats, you know what I'm saying, voted in favor of letting non-citizens, you know what I'm saying, vote. In favor of letting non-citizens vote in our U.S. elections. Now, from what they're saying, this was one of the several claims sending doubt about legitimacy of the U.S. election process. The U.S. election process has a criminal entity in it, and it's not honest in no shape or form. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at it, we see the electoral progress ahead of the 2024 presidential election. You know what I'm saying? We see a viral social media post actually reported in May 2024 that the 143 demon motherfucking Democrats voted to let non-citizens vote in the U.S. I believe it. Fuck your false. Don't come with that bullshit. Anytime you wanted to change the fucking voting rights, the voting laws, and you wanted to bring down the filibuster, motherfucker, and then you open the border and flood every fucking city with these people, and you gonna sit here and tell me that you 143 of y'all motherfuckers wasn't down with this bullshit? You're full of shit. Get the fuck out of my face. I hope everybody up here tonight on the air tags and listening. You know what I'm saying? The vote was to revoke the law, to revoke a law that allows non-citizens, but here we go, in Washington, D.C. to vote in our local election. Non-citizens are expressly prohibited from voting in federal elections, but municipalities in several states allow them to vote in local elections. That's what I told you. That's what I told you. You got to be on top of them local elections, and you got to watch who's going in, because there should be no non-citizen voting in any of our election process, whether it's presidential election or local election. Get the fuck out of here, you lying motherfucker. And don't try to block my shit, because I'm on to your clown ass with your air tagging son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? In May 2024, several social media posters spread the rumor that 143 Demon Democrats in Congress had voted to allow non. Yes, they have. That's why they flood the cities with them and fly them to every demon democratic city that they can find. You know what I'm saying? Every demon democratic city they can find, they flush with these people. So in the next, 20 years or so, when they all spread out, they can say, oh, Bahrain came and he saved my life and he helped me cover with the border and I feel so great, so let's vote for Demon Democrats and, let's keep them in power, and then they're gonna fuck you over, brah. It's just a matter of time. Enjoy it while it lasts. The Post had, why you think they're making killer robots, clown? The Post had received more than 870,000 views as this writing, whatever, you know what I'm saying, along with 12,000 likes and 3,800 shared. This rumor was picked up unquestionably by other users of X. Who gives a flying fuck? Let's just be honest. Fuck out of here. Yes, you is. You lying son of a bitch. You just trying to explain your way up out the motherfucker. That's what you trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You trying to explain your way up out the motherfucker. Let's just be honest with you. That's what you trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what you trying to do. Even when you look at the local elections in D.C., while they pay federal taxes, Washington, D.C. residents have no representative in the U.S. Senate or House. They are able to elect what are referred to as two shadow senators and one shadow representative. That's where it begins. Watch their step in this process. This even goes for a non-voting delegate in the United States of Representatives, a non-delegate in the House of you see the con areas that we have to watch now? You know what I'm saying? The shadow Congress people cannot vote on the floor or in committees. Their role is to advocate for statehood. The non-voting delegate can serve on and vote in a committee, you know what I'm saying, speak the House floor, propose, amend, they can amend, they can do amendments and sponsor bills. The delegate cannot vote in the House floor. Yeah, but if you sponsor the bill, then the influence also leads to what you're sponsoring in the bill or the bills that we don't agree with. So you're full of shit. So you let all these people in here to have these different shadows and shadow groups. Yeah, that's right. Keep on clicking. You know what I'm saying? Puerto Rico has two shadow senates. Puerto Rico has two shadow senators, 4 shadow representatives, and 1 non-voting delegate. And I don't trust that at all. This is why the people are suffering. You know what I'm saying? We see this Samo Gamba, whatever the fuck, I don't know. The Northern Marina Islands or whatever, and the U.S. Virgin Islands each have one non-voting delegate. Washington, D.C. residents hold local elections in which they vote for 13 members of the district council, similar to city council, and a mayor. They also vote for advisory neighborhoods, commissions, each of which represents about 2,000 people. Lastly, the 23rd Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, ratified in 1961, gives the capital electors in the country presidential elections. They're full of garbage, bro. They're full of garbage, bro. I know what I'm telling you. Watch your local elections and watch these shadow representatives in the House of Congress that's sitting around sponsoring and rallying bills and all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because many of them are working for the beast as well. This is why when many of them came up with a pandemic or many things come up in Congress, they always there running their fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't representing for the people of the Virgin Islands in the way that they should be, that the people see great prosperity in all ways. And that prosperity must be, especially down in Savannah and shit like that. You know, many of the people living in tenement houses and all kinds of stupidness. You know what I'm saying? The poor people still living in houses. They need to break those down and build houses and get them people down, because many of them are not 100 in all ways. They have the same problems that we all share. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at many of these shadows, this and shadow delegates and all that, this is where a lot of the con games of the people and what they want to see go on, you know what I'm saying, over the American people and over the people in general, see go on to the point where they can sit up there and say this and that, and bring these and sponsor bills that they know full well is full of shit. You know what I'm saying? So we must watch everything these days and keep our eyes sharp, because we don't have time to be played at all. This is serious time. Many local elections, mayor seats, Congress, and many of these people that sit down below must be removed if they're not doing the job, and they must be voted out. You know what I'm saying? We must do an investigation on the names and the people, and we must be watching everything from here on out. You know what I'm saying? Anytime they could let a Chinese motherfucker up in here talking about he's the richest man and he building motherfucking killer robots and electric cars and bullshit like that, that ain't no more than a motherfucking murderous, blood-sucking, fake-ass wannabe, some type of machine shit calling himself motherfucking Elon Musk. He ain't fooling me, he's a crook. That's why he bought, you know what I'm saying, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? He's no more than a crook, a twisted son of a bitch. And the comments and the different shit that he's saying don't make fucking sense to me. He's just a robber in the middle, while he set up the program of full invasion of the United States. Do not trust him nor any of his kind. And those killer robots that he have must all be decommissioned. Break them the fuck down, because they probably got 1 billion of them waiting to come and take over the United States and enslave the United States citizens, while all them other motherfuckers coming over the border probably gonna get the same treatment one day. But for now, they're gonna shine and give them every fucking thing they can, all the money, all the jewels, all the diamonds and the pearls, while we sit up here who've been struggling for years trying to scratch and scrape and find every way, you know what I'm saying, couldn't even see that to begin with. And that goes for many white people as well. We need to start to wake up. So this is point blank saying, stay right, stay tight, stay in the fight, and we don't fight until we get it right, even if we have to fight through the motherfucking night. So this is point blank saying, farewell. One. We will.